plays like a white guy?
No, he plays like a black guy.
Let me fix it. He has swag.
He got swag.
Got it.
And he's just slow in me, just major moves, and then wet ball. I mean, he shoot the blood out of that thing.
I mean, let me tell you something. That boy Doncic, he's the real deal. As we used to say in my day, that's a bad white boy.
Before even stepping onto an NBA court, Luka Dončić had already built a legendary resume. He won the Spanish League title 3 years in a row, dominated the EuroLeague, and was named Finals MVP, all while still a teenager. Not only that, but at just 17 years old, he helped lead Slovenia to a gold medal in Eurobasket, proving his greatness on the international stage. Since then, Luka's stardom has only skyrocketed. His elite basketball IQ, combined with his size and skill set, makes him one of the most gifted passers the game has ever seen. His strength and shooting ability turn him into a nightmare for defenders, and his killer instinct is what truly sets him apart. From clutch moments to insane no-look passes and circus shots that deflate his opponents, Luka plays with a mix of Magic and Michael, a stone-cold assassin who controls the pace of every possession and creates endless scoring opportunities for his teammates. And his NBA accomplishments? They speak for themselves. After winning, Luka wasted no time making an impact in the NBA, winning Rookie of the Year in his debut season and quickly taking full command of the Dallas Mavericks. Since then, he has earned 5 consecutive All-NBA first-team selections and has been named to 5 All-Star teams, 4 of them as a starter. For context, Luka has already secured more first-team All-NBA honors than Stephen Curry, who has just 4 to his name. That's how dominant he's been, but don't just take our word for it. NBA legends, both past and present, have been vocal about Luka's greatness. One of the fiercest competitors in league history, Kevin Garnett, never held back his opinions, whether on the court or off. The NBA champion and defensive powerhouse spent 21 seasons battling against legends like peak LeBron James and Kobe Bryant. He rarely hands out compliments, but when he does, they carry serious weight. And when it comes to stopping Luka, spoiler alert, you can't.
I love Luka's pace. I love Luka's maturity. You see his maturity. You see how he's been playing with older men or older people in this life. You see it. He's not afraid of anything in the league. He goes to some of the best defenders the same way and makes them look like they're not that great of defenders. He has a pace. You can't speed him up. And he's figured out the league.
Dwyane Wade is undoubtedly one of the greatest shooting guards in NBA history. He won his first NBA championship and Finals MVP alongside Shaquille O'Neal, cementing his legacy early in his career. Later, LeBron James and Chris Bosh joined him in Miami, forming one of the most dominant teams of all time. Throughout his storied career, Wade has played with some of the game's greatest talents, including LeBron James, who is widely regarded as one of the 2 greatest players to ever step on the court. Given his experience playing alongside LeBron, Wade is always careful when making comparisons. But when it comes to Luka Dončić, Wade had something interesting to say.
It's LeBron James-like from the standpoint of how he's able to rope that pass, to shooters, in corners, getting blitzed. It's not many guys that can do that and put the ball right there, and he does an amazing job of it, so I was impressed by that.
Iverson was a true pioneer in the NBA, a player whose swagger and style, both on and off the court, inspired an entire generation to pick up a basketball. His deadly crossovers, street ball-like creativity, and fearless killer instinct made him one of the most electrifying players in the history of the game. To this day, Iverson's style and mentality remain a core part of his identity. So when he was asked which current NBA player reminds him of himself the most, his answer was one fans couldn't ignore.
What the hell is wrong with Luka? I'm talking about his style. It's kind of like street ball. He move at his own pace. No, he plays like a black guy. He got swag. He's so cool out there.
We all know who LeBron James is. Along with Michael Jordan, he's widely regarded as one of the greatest players to ever step on a basketball court. While his unmatched athleticism and power make him a force of nature, it's his vision and ability to control the game that truly set him apart. Beyond his physical gifts, LeBron is also a dedicated student of the game, a true basketball historian who studies every era and every great player in depth. So when LeBron speaks on a player's abilities, it's worth listening carefully. Here's what he had to say about Luka Dončić, a massive compliment coming from one of the sharpest basketball minds in history.
I mean, he's gigantic. He's 6'8" point guard. He's 225 pounds. He has the ball on the string, and more importantly, his vision. That's why I love his vision. He can control a game. He doesn't even have to shoot. He'll walk the ball up the court 10 straight times and get to his spot every single time just because of his pace. It's the mind.
Robert Horry played 16 seasons in the NBA and won 7 championships, an incredible feat, especially considering he didn't do it in the 1960s Boston Celtics dynasty. His success speaks volumes about his understanding of winning basketball and what it takes to build a championship team. So when people questioned Luka Doncic's athleticism, calling him slow or not explosive enough, Horry had a strong response. If you truly understand the game of basketball, you can be a valuable player on any team. And Luka, he's mastered the game at an incredibly young age. Coming from a 7-time champion, that's high praise for Luka's basketball IQ and skill.
You watch Luka. Luka is so freaking slow, and you like, why can't they stop that?
Right.
I'm like,
yes.
But when you crafty and you know how to play, that's all you need.
Steph Curry is universally recognized as the greatest shooter in basketball history. His unparalleled shooting touch and relentless off-ball movement revolutionized the game, reshaping how teams approach spacing and offense. In the modern NBA, Curry was the focal point of the greatest regular season team in NBA history, leading the 73-win Golden State Warriors. Later, when Kevin Durant joined, Curry became an integral part of what many consider one of the greatest teams ever assembled. Over the past 15 years, his impact on the game has been undeniable, cementing his legacy among the all-time greats. In the recent years, Curry has gone head-to-head with Luka Dončić in some unforgettable matchups. After one of their battles, Curry was asked to share his thoughts on Luka, and his response was a testament to Doncic's greatness.
His size and his ball handling skills keep you on the edge the whole game, just because that plus, being a 3-level scorer, you have to kind of worry about everything. You don't want to get a step back threes going, so you got to press up on him, but he's shifty and got a great handle, so he can use his leverage to get by you, and then obviously his court vision is unreal, so he's been playing at an extremely high level, and he's been getting better every year.
Mark Jackson was one of the premier point guards of the 1990s, a true floor general who he mastered the art of orchestrating an offense. After his playing career, he transitioned into coaching, where he helped lay the foundation for the Golden State Warriors dynasty. Today, he is a respected analyst and a beloved voice in basketball broadcasting, known for his insightful commentary on ABC. Few people understand the game as deeply as Mark Jackson. Whether it's fundamentals, high-level strategy, or player development, his perspective carries immense weight. When someone like Mark Jackson speaks, players, coaches, and fans listen. So when he was asked about Luka Dončić after a heated playoff battle against the Los Angeles Clippers, his response was something worth paying attention to.
When he matched up against the Clippers in the playoffs, I'm sitting there saying Kawhi, Paul George, Pat Beverly. They got guys that's not only going to defend him, but they're going to try to beat him up.
Right.
And I want to see how he's going to respond, because I'm not sure he's ever faced this type of pressure defensively that he's about to face.
Right.
He put on a clinic, almost like they were little kids trying to defend him, where he imposed his will on them.
Kyrie Irving is a basketball magician, a true artist whose game is a blend of creativity, finesse, and pure skill. His handles, footwork, and finishing ability are second to none, making him one of the most electrifying players to ever step on a court. Having played alongside some of the greatest talents in NBA history, including LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown, Kyrie has had a front-row seat to witnessing basketball excellence. He's battled against and trained with the best, so when he speaks on greatness, it comes from first-hand experience. That's why his words carry so much weight when talking about Luka Dončić. As someone who knows what it takes to reach the highest level, Kyrie's perspective on Luka's rise to all-time greatness is one worth listening to.
I'm amazed. I don't use that word lightly either. I think he's answered a lot of calls. When Luka first came into the league, there were a lot of questions on what he was going to turn out to be. I know a few people are eating their words too. So watching him ascend into becoming an all-time great is amazing, and I don't take it for granted because, like you said, I play with one of the greatest of all time, arguably the greatest of all time. For me, I just want to be supportive and continue to be an all-time great next to him and continue to show him the ropes and let him continue to fly, man. He's already been doing it.
Jason Kidd is one of the greatest point guards of the modern era. A pick-and-roll maestro, a triple-double machine, and a player whose court vision helped redefine the role of a floor general. His impact on the game was so profound that without him, who knows if Russell Westbrook would have become the triple-double phenomenon he is today? Now, as the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks, Kidd has found the perfect star to lead his system: Luka Dončić. The chemistry between Kidd and Luka is undeniable. Luka has immense respect for Kidd's career as both a player and a coach, and that mutual understanding has made their partnership one of the most effective in the league. Jason Kidd has spoken at length about Luka's superhuman abilities, both on and off the court. When asked what he admires most about Luka as a player and as a person, his response was nothing short of glowing.
He's not soft, that's for sure. He's one of the toughest kids that I've had the opportunity to coach, and he's not scared of a fight. But you look at his toughness, he's playing with a broken nose, never complains, loves the competition.
Paul Pierce, a Boston Celtics legend, defined an era of playoff battles against some of the greatest players in history, including LeBron James and Kobe Bryant. Known for his size, shot-making, and scoring ability, Pierce was one of the best players of his generation, leading his team to a championship in 2008 against the Los Angeles Lakers. After his illustrious playing career, Paul Pierce transitioned into an analyst role where he has become a respected voice in the basketball community. And when it comes to Luka Dončić, Pierce has always been vocal in his admiration for the young star's talent and basketball IQ. Recently, when asked about the possibility of Luka leading the Dallas Mavericks to an NBA championship, potentially, even against his beloved Celtics, Pierce couldn't help but show respect for Luka's ability. His comments reflect a genuine appreciation for Luka's game, understanding just how special this young player truly is.
If Luka wins the chip, he gets Finals MVP, he no doubt will be the best player in the league. Not only will he be the best player in the league, he'll be crowned the best player in the league. I'll give him place of the league.
Michael Jordan, the embodiment of an NBA legend, has long admired Luka Dončic's game, even making him a Jordan brand athlete. Their bond is more than professional, with the two sharing laughs at events, showing a personal connection. Despite some missteps in scouting for his Charlotte Hornets, Jordan got it right with Luka, seeing a future star with a rare skill set. Greg Popovich, a coaching legend and the architect of the San Antonio Spurs dynasty, has witnessed the rise of players like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James. Now, Popovich places Luka in the same conversation, recognizing his unique talent and promising future.
If he walked in the room, you wouldn't say, no, he's not. He's just a beautiful basketball player. He's like the prototype for high basketball IQ and high skill level all rolled into one guy, and he's very special. If he can play for a good number of years, he'll be one of the great players for sure.
Dirk Nowitzki is widely regarded as one of the best international players in NBA history, known for revolutionizing the game with his shooting ability. His impact on the game is often compared to Luka Dončić, with both players initially doubted for their athleticism, but ultimately proving their worth once they stepped onto the court. When Luka was drafted by the Dallas Mavericks, Dirk became his veteran mentor, and the two developed a strong relationship. Dirk has continually praised Luka, highlighting his skills and maturity beyond his years. As a former Maverick legend, Dirk would love to see Luka bring another championship to Dallas, adding to the legacy of the team.